What's going on, everybody? We're back here with another review, and we're bringing you something really special this time around. We have essentially a OnesCustoms slash non-OnesCustoms slash Tinela Hobo. Now I say that because I put this together and weathered it. So let me go into an explanation. I had a OnesCustoms Hobo jacket, as you guys see on the figure, with the hood and an under jacket. It wasn't weathered. It was tattered a little bit, but I did extra tattering. I actually put the inside stuffing over there. It actually came with this stuffing already, but I weathered it. I grinded it up real well. I made the jacket the right tone of darkness. I repainted all the zippers. I put sculpted pull strings on there. I didn't have them before. Weathered the hood, and I weathered the inside of the jacket, everything. And I gave it more tearing. Then I say the Tinela, because I was part of the Tinela Rob Zombie H2 Dream Sequence coverall run that she's doing right now, that a lot of people have been posting pictures of. And I weathered these, and I had a hell of a lot of fun doing them. If you believe it or not, these coveralls came from Tinela. They were straight yellow. So now I weathered them into this color. I really grinded them up. I tattered them a little bit where it needed to be. I elongated them. I made a custom fat suit for the figure on a custom body. It's parts of a basketball body with other things attached to it to give it that right hobo size that I feel is appropriate. Now this is taller than your average regular 12-inch figure, but it's not super high like a basketball body is. It's just like in between, just enough. Then I outsourced some boots, and we will go right to them, and I weathered them up. As you guys can see, I took my real sweet time getting them correct. I had photos from the movie of the screen used boots, and I really went as exact as I could. Now, mind you guys, right now I'm gonna have some custom sculpted boots for it, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. The base I custom made myself. It's sculpted resin, like mud, like he's going through a rainy day. That's the look that I really like, grimy, and it gives off that real creepy vibe. So I had this laying around from a previous project, but it fits so perfect. You know, it's got the debris, a little bit of a fence, it's got some wood debris in the back, some clothing, some leaves, mud, rocks, and it's fully sculpted. So I really enjoyed the look of it. As we pan up, we can see that the coveralls are weathered. I try to get them as accurate as possible, and I really took my time. I think Tinela, these are the best Myers coveralls for a dream sequence slash hobo you can get. I don't think it gets any better than this. Tinela really, and I've been having conversations with her nonstop, really put her love into it that I feel like it's driving her crazy. Now, if we pan up to the knife, this is a OnesCustoms knife that I had laying around. And it's a hobo knife, and funny enough, I had it laying around, so I used it. I redid some blood on it, made it a little bit more wet looking before it was a little dry. This is a very old knife. This is like a 2013, 2015 knife. So I kind of updated it a little bit, but the sculpting is perfect. It's very unique, and it's beautiful. I weathered the hands. Made him real grimy, like he's going through the muck. Made him wet looking. And then, as you guys see on his right hand, he has the picture of him and his baby sister, Laurie Strode, from the remake from Rob Zombie, and his one and only passion, his sister. And that picture was printed, cut it out, and you just have to have that, because I feel like that tells the story of what the Hobo Myers really encapsulates. If you guys can see, the weathering is tattered here. I did all this extra weathering here, really muddied this up in here, made it look like it was really going through the trenches. And then we're gonna pan back a little bit, and we're gonna show you the jacket. The cotton jacket, pretty much the camo jacket. It has the camo pattern. If you guys can see, it has the browns, the greens. It's in there, and it's just subtle enough but vibrant enough for you to see it. Now, one thing I've been talking to my friends who have been showing this behind the scenes, this jacket is a one-off that OnesCustoms did. Now, this is the only jacket that has these size diamond patterns that I know of, and it is so screen accurate. These are the exact size of the diamonds that he had on his jacket. All right, sorry about that, guys. The camera died on us, so we had to go back and charge it and come back here. But you guys can see here, you can really see the camel pattern. And this is as I was saying, this is the most accurate jacket I've ever seen OnesCustoms do to a hobo in terms of accuracy and look wise. Like I mentioned earlier, I repainted the actual zippers. Before they were a stock green, but I actually painted them to look like metal zippers. And you guys can see the strap for the sleeping bag that I made. And once we turn this figure around, I will show you more of the sleeping bag. You guys can see the really tattered arms that I did over here on this side. They're tattered, they're weathered, like he's been going through the grind, you know, looking for lorries, trying to stay hibernated through the wild, battling God knows what. You know, Hobo Myers is probably the most deepest character I think ever. Just the Rob Zombie remakes, as well as the 78s, but there's some touch of craziness that goes into the hobo more than anything else. Now let's pan up, and we have the Sculpt pull strings. I made these pull strings. The jacket didn't come with a pull string, but I sculpted them on, and they play the part. And not much more to say about those. I'm just trying to get it in focus. There it is, guys. Now we're gonna pan back, and I'm gonna show you guys the Sculpt. Now this Sculpt I got from Jordan Roshan. Thank you, Jordan. We did a trade back for something that I got from him, and this head sculpt is really, really well painted by Swain. I believe this sculpt was meant for Stiff Richards at one point, and then it just never happened, so it just kind of passed down the line and came to me. And the paint is exceptional. You guys can really see the blackest eyes, the darkest eyes in this shot right here. The hood really lends itself to that, and that's one mean looking hobo. And the hoodie's perfect in my eyes. So I'm gonna take the hoodie off so you guys can see what he looks like with the hoodie off. There's that Hobo Myers. I mean, that's a mean sculpt. He's got the beard coming out of the mask on the side. Really, really exceptional work by Swain. Now I'm going to turn the figure around, and I'm going to show you guys the sleeping bag if I can without making a big mess. So we're going to pan up from the top of the jacket over here. As you guys can see, the back of the hood, and we come down, it has the tattering and the weathering that the jacket deserves. All the stuffing coming out. And then you see the sleeping bag, and the sleeping bag is really, really tattered, really, really worn, and it has Dave made this knife from Tinela's husband. It was part of the Rob Zombie H2 coverall run, and this knife is exceptional, absolutely exceptional. Real steel. This wood handle's amazing. It's got a lot of weight to it, guys. And then also that came with the run is the Dream Sequence axe, and Dave absolutely killed it, no pun intended. Real metal, real steel, whatever have you, real wood, heavy. That's some serious business right there. But as you see, the sleeping bag is right there, and it's really, really tattered, really, really worn. I wanted to go for a really accurate look if he was in the trenches for the years that he was trekking around in the woods. And yeah, then you got the back of the coveralls down here, and that's pretty much the figure that I put together. Now, earlier I mentioned I'm getting boots sculpted. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that I've been working on a project with my personal sculptor. Now, by personal sculptor, I say that because he's part of my team. We actually are starting to do kind of like one-off figures for ourselves, and he's a family member, and we really wanted to show that we have a love for the hobby. And as I mentioned in a previous video, I mentioned we were working on a hobo sculpt. So the hobo sculpt is here. I will show it to you guys right now, and I'm gonna grab that bad boy, and let's see what we got. You can see right here we have the one-off Rob Rob Zombie Hobo half-mast head sculpt that I produced, sculpted with my very personal sculptor, painted by Sant Muerto. He's my personal painter. He does a lot of work for everybody else. You guys should hit him up. I'll put his information down in the description below. He haired it, he painted it, he made it look so lifelike. This thing is insane. That side profile screams Tailormade. This other side profile, if you guys see the eyes, like the skin tone there, it's just, it's perfect. We always try to go for super accurate stuff here. Let me put it more in the light. See what we can do here. We always try to go for super accurate stuff. Here you guys go. Got all the cracks. Got that perfect masked skin, masked tone. The paint is excellent. And me and my sculptor are already working on another one. We're trying to do a full mask, and we really just wanted to show that we meant business with this. So right now we have a few other projects. I'll throw some glimpses at the end of this video on what we're working on, and maybe make a post here and there of some of the work in progress pictures we have. I will show the work in progress pictures of this sculpt as well at the end of the video, just so you guys see the process that we went through. You know, the hair, it's got the slit on the back of the mask. Hold on, guys. We have the slit. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. It does have the slit. And it's done on a very high quality resin. We outsourced a company to print this out for us. So we're very, very happy. And I'm just gonna hold it up there for the camera. You can see my sausage fingers. But we're very excited. Like I said, I don't know if this is gonna be a one-off. I always do these figures kind of like a one-off. I get a feel for them, and I just really, really enjoy them because I tackle characters that I really, really love. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this, and beyond anything. So this head sculpt was tailored to be to a little bit of a smaller body than the basketball body. So if I were to put it on this hobo that I made with the Once Custom jacket and Tinelas Coveralls, it would look a tad small. But I am planning to make a full hobo with this head sculpt, as always. You know, hobo is pretty much my favorite character other than Frankenstein, and I'm always making hobos, as you guys, I'll put pictures of some of the hobos I made throughout the years of being in the hobby for myself. So I'm gonna really attempt to make something great out of this, and then you guys are gonna have to stay tuned and see what else we got coming. I mean, it was a pleasure to do this because it's just, I love this character. And shout out to Sant Muerto. He's a really, really good painter. He's excellent, and he's a absolute gentleman when it comes to communication. He hits you right back up. Prices are beyond fair. So please hit him up, show him some love and support. And yeah, guys, I don't got much more to say. Let's do like a pan out shot, give you a perspective of everything in picture. Just remember, guys, until next time, conquer that collection, and stay tuned and see what else we got in store. Peace.